Beneath the myth of the Wild West, past the tales of dusty trails, saloon shootouts, and outlawed duels, lies the cold steel of a rifle that helped shape American history, the Winchester. For many, it was simply called the gun that won the West. But the truth of its rise and the mind behind its perfection is far more intricate. And it all begins with a man named Oliver Winchester and a genius inventor named John Moses Browning. The Winchester story starts in the 1850s, when Oliver Winchester, a shirt manufacturer from New Haven, Connecticut, took over the failing volcanic repeating arms company. Their lever-action firearms were unreliable, but the idea behind them, a repeating rifle using a self-contained metallic cartridge, was revolutionary. By 1860, the company had rebranded as the New Haven Arms Company and released the Henry rifle. It was chambered in .44 rimfire and could hold 15 rounds, a staggering amount in an age of single-shot muskets. Civil War soldiers nicknamed it that damned Yankee rifle you load on Sunday and shoot all week. In 1866, the company became the Winchester Repeating Arms Company and released the Model 1866, the first true Winchester. Known as the Yellow Boy for its brass receiver, it refined the Henry design with a loading gate on the side and a wooden forearm. That was just the beginning. The Winchester Model 1873 would become one of the most iconic rifles in American history. Chambered in .4440, it offered the advantage of using the same cartridge as popular Colt revolvers. Cowboys, lawmen, outlaws, all favored it. The rifle's slick lever action and rapid-fire capability made it ideal for the unpredictable frontier. But while Winchester had mastered the art of manufacturing and marketing, it still relied on outside inventors to push the boundaries of firearm design. That's where John Moses Browning entered the story. Born in 1855 in Ogden, Utah, Browning was raised in his father's gunsmith shop. By the age of 10, he was building functional firearms. At 23, he received his first patent for a single-shot rifle, a design so clean and robust that Winchester immediately bought the rights. Thus began a partnership that would last nearly 2 decades and revolutionize firearms. Browning's early contributions to Winchester included the Model 1885, a falling block single-shot rifle prized for its strength and accuracy. But it was his lever-action designs that changed everything. The Winchester Model 1886 was built to handle big game cartridges like .4570 Government, something earlier models couldn't manage. It was a massive, strong rifle with a smooth, reliable action. Then came the Model 1892, a smaller, lighter lever gun chambered in pistol calibers like .4440 and .30 and .3840. It became a favorite for saddle carry and was so successful that it remained in production for over a century. But perhaps Browning's most significant Winchester design was the Model 1894. Released in, fittingly, 1894. It was the first rifle ever chambered for a smokeless powder cartridge, the .3030 Winchester. This gave it greater velocity, better range, and less fouling than its black powder predecessors. The 1894 became the best-selling sporting rifle of all time, with over 7 million units produced. It was used for everything from deer hunting to home defense, and remains in production to this day. But Browning was not content to be a hired designer. By the 1890s, he began seeking royalty agreements instead of lump sum buyouts. Winchester refused, and so Browning walked. He would go on to design some of the most influential firearms in the world for other companies. The Colt 1911 pistol, the Browning Auto 5 shotgun, the Bayar, and the M2.50 caliber machine gun. Still in use by the U.S. military today. Still, his fingerprints are forever on the Winchester legacy. It was Browning's engineering genius that took the lever action from a frontier novelty to a precision machine. His designs elevated Winchester beyond the West, into history, into war, and into the hands of generations. Today, the name Winchester conjures images of cowboys and outlaws. But the true power behind it was innovation, and a man who could see the future in steel and fire. John Browning didn't just build guns. He changed the very way they worked. And in the echo of every lever-action rifle, his legacy still fires.